In the name of Almighty God, peace to you. I will speak today about prejudice and people who judge others uh, according, for example, to their skin colors or what they are wearing or uh, with whom they are walking in the street. We live in a culture of prejudice. We are still having racism, we are still having uh, disrespect towards someone lifestyle or his dress or her dress. All of this, it could not come from a person or a soul that knows and understand its divinity and the divinity of others. Because of course, we all have freedoms and that should be respected, but the freedom of speech should be in general and do not mention people by names. And because everyone is free to believe in anything he wants and everything he wants, and he's free to dress the way he wants, he's free to uh, get married with any person he loves or she loves. This is a freedom given to us and should be respected since our birth. And it should last with each and every one of us his entire lifetime. This should be respected by every person. So, and the people who fall to prejudice, the the bullying ones and the ones who are bullied. Sometimes they are both involved or fall into a trap because some people like to get themselves under labels. For example, I like to be known as a Christian or as a Protestant or as a Catholic. And this woman likes to dress this specific way because she wants to announce her pride in this or that faith. So both the one who's bullying her is guilty, also she is guilty. Of course, not the same measurements. He's guilty maybe 75%, she's guilty 25%. Because we know that many people live in a different culture and different type of societies and different laws. So all of this should be taken in account. So prejudice not only comes from the people who bully others, but also from others who attach themselves to labels in an unhealthy way. So that's why it's kind of trial for them from how the God sets his algorithm. So people who are attached too much to their outer appearance, God deliberately sent them people to bully them. Anyone who has pride in something other than his divinity or her divinity, God sends people to bully them. If they are proud in their religion, if they are proud in their skin color, if they are proud in political party, and they are proud in anything that's not, something you should be proud of. Because pride actually comes always before a fall. We are talking about the fall as individuals, and of course there are pride of nations and civilization, etc., etc. But now we are talking about prejudice from a person against a person. So we have to understand to the divine within us. Without having the divine active every day in every action we do, we will fall to the trap of prejudice. We will see someone and say, look at her or look at him, and or we will hear that someone has a relationship with a man or a woman had a relationship with a woman. We started speaking evil about them, and we start listening to religious preachers who are speaking nonsense. God make us all equal with freedoms and right. So, and if any one of us he's doing bad deeds, when he die, God judge them. It's not for me, not for you to judge others. They are free to live their lives the way they want. The problem is that with the culture with that is full and plenty full of labels of all type of labels, whether what is religion, national pride, skin color, sexual orientation, with all these labels around, people sometimes willingly or unwillingly are falling for prejudice, either being the one who's bullying or the one who's bullied. And the problem, as I said, can be only fixed by improving ourselves, our souls, and activate the divine within us. Because when we see the divine in each and every person around us, we cease talking harmfully about them. So this is the way to fight prejudice. Every one of us has mistakes, so do not go and judge someone just because you heard something about him or about her, or because you saw her at one point in time doing something evil, or because she was once in prison, for example. Because there's a lifetime, and each and every morning every person has the ability to become a newborn. So also I know people who judge others based on their contact or interaction with them some 20 years ago. This is not acceptable. Every day we have something new in our lives. Every day, every person has the ability to learn and to become wiser. Now I am wise. Yesterday I wasn't. Tomorrow I will be wiser. And every person similar. Well, some people learn faster than others. No one can deny that. But that doesn't mean that I have the right to judge anyone. Everybody knows what's wrong, what's right, and they are free to live their lives. We are not here to judge each other. After death, each one knows what he committed, whether good or bad or whatever. So God is the judge, not me nor you. Not any one of us has the right to judge others or to speak evil about them. If you want to give advice, if you know someone, he's your friend or someone you can go privately, speak to him, give advice. And if you want to give a public advice like this one, go and speak without mentioning names or without attacking specific people. Just generalize. You can't say, for example, all Muslims are evil just because you encountered one who was evil, or all the Christians are evils, or all the Jews are evil, or the blacks are evil. Don't interact with people with labels. Don't put labels on people. That's first of all. Second, you don't have the right to, to accuse or to judge a person that you don't know, or even if you know that person. Today, maybe he is really evil. Maybe tomorrow he will change. Every morning we have the ability to change ourselves, to learn wisdom, to become nicer, to become wiser. As I said, I am wise today. Yesterday I wasn't. Tomorrow I will be wiser. So this is a procedure. Nothing is written in stone when it comes to human knowledge and human learning and all these things. So that's why we live in a more divided world in every country, not, for example, just in the United States or in the UK or in the Middle East, everywhere. This is Democrat. I can just look at the social media. Posts, immediately is coming from a Democrat or a Republican, or from someone who is pride in his skin color, for example. So the moment when I feel proud that I am better than others, this is when I fall for prejudice. This is when I fall for the evil within me. So we have no right to judge others. We have right to give advice in a nice way, in a gentle way, in a respectful way. And as I said, you can't generalize on any nation or any faith or any skin color, or avoid labels, and you avoid prejudice, and you avoid being yourself a bully, regardless of what ideology you believe, regardless of what background you have. Just work on yourself every day to cut your criticism as much as you can, as long as it's not something you should talk about. For example, you have the right, you should be talking about climate change. You should be talking, for example, about human rights. You should be talking, but as I said, defending, not attacking. Because when we speak evil about each other, we will fall more and more into more and more divisions. And we are here to unite. So everyone who's really pride in his religious identity or his national identity or his skin color or his I don't know, PhD degree, or his abilities or his knowledge or his whatever, everyone who think for a moment that I am better than others, he should recount his ways, rework on his soul, because we all live differently. We come from different backgrounds. We come, and I mean here backgrounds, not only the the cultural background. I am speaking also about materialistic background. Some people are richer than others, are born in a with in a family having ease in their lives. So you don't know the people you are meeting where they are coming from. Do not judge unless you really uh, uh, your communication with them has been deepened and you know really who they are. And because I know many people jump to conclusions just after 4 or 5 hours dealing with someone, and this is wrong, especially if it's not 4 or 5 hours, consecutive days or something. It's like 6 hours from a year to another, or after 5 years, for example. You can't judge someone for what he was yesterday, because every morning, as I said, we have the right to become a newborn, to work on ourselves. The door is always open to become new. So people who look bad today, they have the chance to be, after 1 week, good people, to become good people. And vice versa, the people who are good today, they could turn back bad. So you can't judge anyone, for example, because you met them some 10 years ago. They are not the same person. We are changing every day. Of course, some people are very rigid. They are not flexible in their ways. They are not good learners, but it's up to them. It's not up to me to judge them. We can give advice nicely. We can remind of what's good and what's bad, but you can't force your opinion on others. You can't force your belief on others. It's all of this is wrong. God is the only judge. And as I said, the most important thing that we should do is working on our souls and hearts daily, and remember that we are all having a divine within us that should be respected, and everyone is free as long as he doesn't harm with his freedom others. For example, he's not free to go carry a weapon and shoot others, for example, or go drive a car and or go attack a country, attack another. This is not free. This is transgression. Of course, we are free to give ourselves our excuses. For example, a religion can say, this is a homosexual person, I'm gonna attack him because God says these people are evil. That's your God, the God you believe in. This is the God of your religion. It's not the true God. You don't have God doesn't give you the control over his mercy to judge on others. He is the only judge. Work on yourselves only. And as I said, if you know someone you want to give private advice, go visit him, visit her, give your advice nicely. And if you want to speak about a topic in general, there's a problem in general that should be tackled, you can speak about it also without, as I said, mentioning persons by names. So this is the best way to avoid prejudice. Avoid labeling people, and you are fine. That's it for now. Thanks for listening.